Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Thank you for Rapporteur for great work done. And you know, I want to speak about culture. I think you will be surprised. We're speaking about children now. Yeah, I want to speak about culture. Because sometimes from you and in Europe I hear, oh, we know great Russian culture. And unfortunately, we don't know much about Ukrainian culture. I just want to explain you some things. I respect cultures of all nations. I want to explain you something. You know the names Gogol, Malevich. World-known writer Gogol, world-known painter Malevich. But many of you think they are Russians. They are not. They are Ukrainians. But Russians did everything they can to make from these Ukrainians Russians, like from millions in generations and in generations. And from those whom they can't make Russians, they just kill them. They just kill them. From these hundreds and hundreds of Ukrainian children which were killed, there were poets and composers and painters who will never become. And that's why you know not much about Ukrainian great culture. Because our painters are killed, because our poets are killed, because our writers are killed by Russia. That's something you should know. And from other children, from other Ukrainians, they just try to make Russians. And that is a genocide. And we need to call genocide as it is. But what we are doing, we are making resolutions. I thank you for this resolution. This is important. But at the same time, when we are saying here that Putin is a war criminal and there is a warrant issued against him because of the crime of genocide, I see the photo of Secretary General of United Nations Guterres hugging with Lavrov yesterday in the United Nations. We are saying here Russia is killing you. And at the same time, Slovakian Prime Minister Fico is saying there is no war in Kiev. Mr. Orban is coming to Putin, Hungarian Prime Minister. There is no war in Kiev and Ukraine. This night, my 5-year-old son spent with his mother, my wife, in the shelter. 400 meters from my home, there was a drone attack. There are people wounded again and again and again. And I just want to ask you one thing. When you will come back to a national parliament, at least make a resolution condemning Russian genocide against Ukraine. And just remember one thing. A body of an 8-year-old girl, which was killed in Kharkiv 2 days ago, which was taken from the rubble of her house. She would be the great painter, the great writer, the great poet, but she would never be anymore. Thank you very much.